Hey everyone, how you doing? First live stream of 2018. Nervous, and I'm hoping all of this works out well. It's been a day here. I have been trying to get some things settled around for clients and trying to get this to work properly. So hopefully you can hear me, you can see me, and we are hopefully live. According to the live stream, it's saying that it is, so thumbs up. For everyone joining me, my name is Phoenix T. Clark. I am a voiceover talent, actress, actually, I prefer. There's a big to-do, do you call yourself a voiceover actor? Do you call yourself a voiceover talent? It kind of encompasses the whole thing. There are some slight differences, of course. I prefer actress because I like to do the video games and character animations, things like that, whereas other people like to be known as a talent because they like to be more in the corporate world of things. So, doing your more e-learning, I do those as well. But those who stick more to commercials and, narrations, things like that, usually go by the talent of title. Anyway, 2018, I am here to do some live streams, hopefully 3 times a week. I'm thinking this is going to be a little bit easier as long as the equipment and the gremlins all work. No one feed them after midnight, please and thank you. Let's see, where are we going to start? Well, I thought a good place to start for the live streams is letting you know maybe what it takes to become a voiceover talent or a voiceover actor or actress. Not meaning to discourage you, but you do need a few things in hand before you can act and do things like that. It's not just as simple as having a microphone and having the equipment, setting it up and going ahead and doing it. People think, oh, it's just easy. You're just reading from a book. You're reading from a script. No. Absolutely not. What do you need? The first and biggest thing is you need a passion for this field. You really, really do. I can't stress that one enough because it's not an easy job. It is actually very hard work. It is something you have to work day and night at. You're your own business. You're your own entrepreneur. As such, you don't have somebody out there that's going to hand you that paycheck at the end of the week, end of the day, end of the month. That's not going to happen. It's all up to you to get out there, market yourself, and do everything that you need to do to make that happen. So one of the things, seeing as we're starting out in the beginning of the 2018, brand new year, yay! Everybody makes these, what are they called? Resolutions, New Year's resolutions. Yeah. We're not making resolutions. Nope, that's not where I want you to start. Not this year. I want you to start with goals and visualizing where you wish to be at the end of 2018 going into 2019. How much do you want to make? There's a big question. What is your goal? Now, if you're just starting out, you've never done voiceover ever before in your life, making anything is probably on the top of your list. Well, yes and no. Get a figure in mind. You need a goal to work towards. So do you want to make 10,000? Do you want to make 20,000, 30, 40, 50? What do you want? Don't say, I want to make 6-figure income my first year. I'm sorry. Don't mean to burst your bubble, but that ain't gonna happen. No way, no how. You need to have a few things in order before you can get that to happen. It's going to take you maybe a few years to get up to that point. And the big names in our industries, Bill and, the ones who are making the 6-figure incomes, Bill, Earl, Jeepers, Animation, I'm thinking Vic, Todd, J. Michael, all of them, they're making the larger amounts, have the larger clients, they have the constant work. That's because they have the training. They've been doing this for years. If you're new to the business, you haven't. So let's see what you need. First, visualize what you want to do. Where do you want to go? What field of voiceover do you want to be in? Now, there are multiple fields. Animation, and yes, animation and cartoons are different. Don't let anyone tell you that that is not true. It is. There's animations, there's video games, love them. There's corporate narration, like your, let's see, corporate training. I've done corporate training for some pretty large organizations worldwide. There's e-learning as well. You can get in with some publishing houses that do your e-learning. English as a second language, Vietnamese, Korean, Japanese, whatever it is. You can also get in e-learning for different programs, softwares, tutorials, narrations for videos that do stuff like that. It's amazing the amount of work that's out there, but you have to be good. Let's see, e-learning, commercials, of course. You know, your national commercials. Everybody wants to do the Ford, GM, Mazda. I've worked for some of these companies. They're great to work for, absolutely. And the exposure is amazing. But getting them, you're not going to get them right out of the gate. Now, some people do win the lottery, and they have the connections right off the bat, and they're able to do that. Hey, thumbs up to you. All the more power to you. But that isn't going to happen straight off. Sorry. But I'm here hopefully to give you a few tips, make it a little easier along the way. I'm going to put this out there right first and foremost. I do not want to coach anybody. So if you're looking for a coaching program, you're probably not going to find it here. Nope. I have enough on my own plate to be doing stuff like that. I just don't physically and emotionally and around the clock time wise have the time to coach anybody. So that's not what I'm here to do. I'm just doing this basically because I know the struggle. It is real. It is out there. And everybody's looking for a way right now to make that little bit of extra money, whether you're looking for a part-time income, a little bit to supplement your income, or you're looking for something to do full-time and get out there and make some money to help support yourself and your family. Personally, I'm a single mom. I have a daughter in university. Yeah, that's a lot. And that is a lot to handle on your own. And I am supporting my family doing this. This is my full-time job. This is what I do. 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days of the year. So this whole voiceover thing, it takes a lot of learning. It takes a lot of ingenuity. It takes a lot of creativity, passion, and drive. So getting back to that first thing, passion is what you got to have for this. It's hard work, and you got to keep going. And what better way than for all of us in the industry to come together, regardless of experience, regardless of where you're at, to share that wealth of knowledge. Now, I know there's a bit of a kerfluffle, we'll put it nicely that way, in the industry about new voiceover artists coming on board and bringing down the rates in the industry. I'm not going to get into that whole topic right now because that's not what this video is about today. But perhaps give you some directions so that you're not going to be running too much into that, or at least you know about it and you can avoid making some of those mistakes. For the more experienced people out there, I do realize, I absolutely 100% agree about the dilution of the rates. Absolutely. However, there's always a renewal or a rebirth of talent in any field, be it business, be it entertainment, be it, I don't know, industrial. There's always new workers coming in. That's just the way things go. And uh, I think the best way to ensure that the industry you work in and the job that you know and you love so much, because if we didn't love it, we wouldn't be here, let's face it. um, the best way to do that is to share our knowledge and our experiences with each other. And, you know, making sure that the next generation coming up is going to do the best job and not ruin what has been done by the elders or the more experienced in the group. So my idea here is that we can come together as a community of voice actors, regardless of experience levels. New, old, young, old, middle, in between, wherever you're at. And kind of share. So that's what I'm doing here. I am sharing what I've learned, what works, what doesn't work, and seeing how that goes. How's that? That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Hopefully, hopefully. Now, that's not to say that I might put some links down below and they might not be, and that, you know, they're an affiliate link or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to put some of those in there, drop them in, and, oops, sorry, and my desktop's going crazy. You know, that's just the whole kind of YouTube kind of thing. But anyway, I just want that out there and up front, first and foremost. So passion for the field. First thing, you have to love this job. I love doing children's books. Absolutely loved it. I always have. Ever since my kids were little, loved reading to them, reading to the kids at the library. It was amazing. And for me, it's the joy of seeing those little faces light up when you do the little character voices, and the little butterfly comes flying in, and then the big wolf comes in. You know, getting them engaged and up and interested in a story, and hearing the voices and hearing them, their little laughs, that to me is absolutely amazing. I love doing that. I love seeing that. So when I'm doing a children's book, I will picture the children sitting there, as they have so many times, and how they would react to a voice, how they would react. You know, would they think this is funny? Would they be scared of this big, mean, you know, kind of deep, grovelly voice? For the villain, you know, would it be too scary for this age group, depending on what the book is, kind of thing, or the storyline. That to me is just amazing to think of, as I'm delivering a story, and creating those characters beforehand, so that I know where the storyline is going to go by the end of the book or the story. That to me is amazing, because I'm engaging children. That is wonderful. And in doing audiobooks, which I do as well, that is another point. I'm entertaining. I love to entertain with the audiobook. It's not just an audiobook. It is as we call it at the voiceover elite, it is a mind theater experience. What it is. Because the person listening needs to be engrossed into the characters that you are delivering. And it goes the same for video games. You need to be engaged in the character that you're in, and it's absolutely amazing to have that deliver across and have the end audience absolutely fall in love with the character that you've created within that storyline. So that entertainment value, that is perfect. That is my drive, my get up, my motivation, I guess. That is my motivation for doing what I do. I don't only do video games and audiobooks and children's stories, but those are my key favorite things to do. You need to have that passion, is what I'm basically getting at, for that. That's where my passion comes from, in doing those types of things. If I'm doing a video game and I'm playing, I don't know, a warrior angel or whatever, engaging that, figuring the background of that character, getting the base storyline of the video game, knowing what the scenes are, what's coming up, how the player needs to interact with this character. Those are the things I need to know in order to be able to create my character and develop her so that she is going to sound the way that the gamer would just go, boom, wow, love this character. I want to play with this character. In an RPG kind of situation. Those kind of things. That's what gets me, is thinking, that's my voice. That's the character I developed, and they like it. That is just like, wow, mind-blowing for me. Whether it's a mobile game or it's a larger game online, Steam or wherever, I love getting that interaction. And I'm also out there kind of keeping an eye on it, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that runs on an ego or just I'm kind of gauging for myself to get that feedback is the way I look at it anyway. And if it's ego, well, I guess so be it. Whatever. But passion, number one, passion. Find your passion and what it is that you like about doing the voiceover. If it's just the money, forget about it, get out, go home. That is not the place to start. I'm sorry. That's pretty, I guess, gruff. But you can't be in it for the money alone. There has to be something else for you to be able to engage and stay passionate about this. Because if you're in this for the long haul, you have to have that coming from your heart. You have to have that creativity, that drive, that passion to be able to do this. The other thing you're going to need, of course, most obvious, is a setup. So if you're going to be doing this from home, obviously, if you're a newbie, you'll need a home setup. I have a video on setting up a home setup, so yeah, you can look at that as well. Sorry, I've got somebody buzzing in. It is a client. So I have to refer you to that one because apparently I have to get back to work. It's pretty soon. Your home your home studio setup can be done when you're starting out as a on a shoestring budget. Sure, it can, because everybody started somewhere, right? But oh, that's gone cold since trying to set all this up. Anyway, you can start out on a shoestring budget, most definitely, because everybody has. Even Bill started out in a closet. Most of us have. Lining your closet, getting it ready. There's a lot of videos out there that'll show you how to do stuff like that. Creating your own vocal booth in your basement, things like that, soundproofing, how to do it. You can do it at home, and there are good ways and bad ways to do that as well. But the biggest thing, it's not just the equipment, having the computer, having the mic and the setup and the professional equipment. That isn't the thing you need the most. What you need on top of that is a good coach. Now, training is essential. The entertainment industry and voiceover industry, to me, are one and the same. And you don't go into being an actor and applying for Hollywood auditions or New York auditions without having training. I mean, seriously, would you go to NIADA and not have previous training? I don't think so. You'd be laughed out. Like, you'd know. Having a good coach and having proper training in the fields that you want to be in is key. You want to do character voices, video games, animations, you need to find a character voice coach. Specifically, someone who's really good at it. If you want to do commercial scripts and corporate things, you're going to want to go see someone who does that, like Bill. Bill does a lot of national commercials. You'd want to do that. You want to do audiobooks. You're going to want to see the natural narrator, and that would be Mr. Earl Hall. Now, Earl does more than that, though. Earl also does marketing, so that is great. That's another thing we're going to get to as well. But there's a lot of different coaches out there. I could name a lot of them. There's Edge Studio, there's Gravy for the Brain, there's like David H. Lawrence. He's amazing. um, Robin Armstrong, a sweet, wonderful um, uh, man out there. I had an opportunity to actually to a long time ago do a session with him, and unfortunately, I got ill right after and wasn't able to get back to it. And that was, to me, just mortifying, absolutely mortifying. But things like that, you need to be able to get in with different coaches all over. And I'm sorry, I can't mention them all of you out there, because there are some really great coaches out there. But you need to go out and find them for yourself. Find them in that niche. I don't know, N-I-C-H-E, niche. Anyway, in the field that you want to go into, character voices, commercial scripts, audiobooks, e-learning, whatever it is, pick one specific area that you really want to do and go ahead and get a coach who specifically will coach people in that area. You need to know, if you're going to do character voices, you need to know how to develop a character. It's not just as simple as spitting out a voice. It really isn't. You need to know the background. You need to know the history. You need to know what's going on in the scene. Like I said, there's tons of things. That is something you need to develop over time, and you need the proper guidance and training to do. So how do you know which you want to do? Well, try out a few things at home. Practice at home first. Get an audio, get a book out. If you like reading Star Wars, try reading some passages from, a couple of things from Star Wars books. That's a good place to start. See how you like it. See how it flows. Does it flow okay? Are you okay with doing that? Do you realize how much time there's needed in the background to also train for software? That's the other thing you need to learn. There's Adobe Audition, Reaper, Ardour. There are Audacity, I think is another one. There are a lot of different programs out there that you can use to do voiceover with, but it's not just speaking into the mic. You have to know how you're going to be able to make that sound good at the end of the session. Because not every session is you handing off the product. You don't just record it and send it to the client, because it'll sound like crap. Every room has room noise. You need to know how to take that out. You need to know how to edit. Were you going along saying, and R2D2 said to C3PO for, well, wait, no, take that out. R2D2 said to C3PO, so that it sounds, do you get what I'm saying? I hope you get what I'm saying. Anyway. You need to learn those software. So you need to learn not only how to speak properly, not only how to deliver your characters, deliver your lines, write up your scripts, what you need to do to warm up, what you need to do to keep care of yourself. There's so many things in there. A good coach will teach you those things. Plain and simple. So you need to find a coach for yourself who's going to be able to do that. And I'll leave that up to you to do. We can talk about that a little later on another stream if you'd like. And speaking of the stream, if you'd like, I just want to make sure, check this now. I guess there's a top chat for this thing. So if you want to join in and chat and say hello, feel free. Drop on in, say hello. If you have any questions, let me know as well as we're going along. I have no problem in answering those. What else you knew? I did passion, I did setup, I did coaches. What else? One other thing that a good coach is going to let you know too, if you're saying, oh, I have a great voice, I think I want to get into voiceover. No. Oh, I was a radio announcer. I can do the radio announcer voice, and I can, well, no. There's a big bias in the industry, actually, for radio announcers, I've found. I've done my own online radio stations, things like that. And that's great. It's good experience. It gets you speaking. It gets you over the public speaking nervousness. So does doing YouTube. But you need to tone down because you will see in a lot of the audition calls, no radio announcer voices. Plain and simple. You want to kick that habit. So if you are in radio, you might have to learn to get rid of that. Yes, there is a call for it if you're doing some radio commercials. If you're voicing those, hey, that's a good spot for you to fit into. But that's not going to be all of the work you're going to be asked for, wherever you're going to be working, depending on how you market yourself, of course. Now, that brings me into the other portion. You're going to need to know business skills. What business skills do you have? It's not just speaking into a voice. You need to know how to market yourself. You're the product. You're the brand. You are what needs to be marketed. Do you know how to build a website? Do you know how to make graphics? Do you know how to, well, the basics, voice and record, but do you know, how to basically market and brand yourself, to put yourself out there? It's not just making a demo and handing it off to agents. No, because 9 times out of 10, that's going to get you nowhere. Sorry, but it won't. You need to know how to do search engine marketing, do social networking. You need to know how to get in contact with different publishing houses, how to just basically be able to get the word out there that, hey, I'm here. Listen to me, listen to my demos, find my website, find my email, here's my contact information, and getting the word out there. And getting it to the right people is key. And a good coach can also help you with that as well. Like a few of them I've already mentioned. Some of them are known for being able to help support their students as well, which is amazing. Never pass up because the coach is too much maybe for you at the beginning. Never pass up the idea that you might come back to them at another time, especially if you love working with them. I can't tell you enough how much being able to train properly for this industry is. And I know it's not like we have a NIATA of voiceover. We really should, but we don't. We learn from example. We learn from coaches who are experienced in this industry. And learning from experience is a great way to learn because they've been there. They've done that. They've got the t-shirt and honey, they know it up one end and down the other. They know the ins and outs. And you need that experience on your side. It's the difference between going in with having a Jedi on one side or going in with just a protocol droid. Do you see what I mean? I'm a big nerd, so you're going to get a lot of Star Wars, Star Trek references. So sorry, you kind of got to roll with that. But that's where it is. And you're also going to get a lot of this. Hi, Drake. But anyway, that's the long and short of it, of that part. The passion, setup, coaching, business skills. Yeah, if you don't know how to do the business end of all of that, of your marketing, you need to be able to hire somebody who can. Pardon me, where'd that come from? For myself, my daughter works with me. She is my VO admin. As of 2018, we've made that switch up. She was losing some of her work that she was doing. She's being cut back. And now she's putting her skills to work for me. Makes sense. She's good at what she does. And man, she's whipping me into shape as far as organization. That one is key. Organization is really key in this industry, especially when you're working by yourself at home. You need to be able to balance emails, messages coming in, text messages, phone calls, recording schedules, scripts, marking up and splitting up scripts, audition times, due dates, when everything's to go in, when everything's to go out, deliveries. There's a lot to this that you really need to handle all at once, and it can be very overwhelming, especially if you're under the weather, you're not feeling good, or you're not used to it. And that's what we're kind of going to try and tackle here for you, and come up with some tips and tricks and things that work, some that don't work, and see if we can't make things a little bit easier on everyone all the way around. So if you have something to share, I am more than willing to have you come in and let us know what we can do to help everyone grow their voiceover business, because I think there is enough work out there for everyone in the world. Whether not everybody wants to be making a six-figure income, some of you want to only be making 10 and 15, something to supplement. That's fine too. There's different avenues and things you can do for that. But anyway, getting back to the business skills. If you don't know how to do them, you need to get somebody who can do them and who can do things for you, and to hand those sections off to someone who can. And there are actually different people out there who can help. We'll get into that a little later. What else? Demos. Everybody hears about, oh, you need a demo reel. Yep, you do. There's a bit of a debate on whether you can make it yourself. Well, I'm thinking if you're starting out, yes, you certainly can. Those you cannot send to an agent, but you can certainly make up your demo for yourself to put up on your own website, things like that. I think that's okay in the beginning. I do agree. I agree with Earl that that is, a good way to show what level you're at. But not as much as what you're capable of doing, and as much as what you're capable of voicing. I don't mean it should be a demonstration of your skills as a audio engineer. I am not an audio engineer. I have no aspirations to be an audio engineer. I can do this stuff. I have learned how to do it, and that's fine. It's all part of the business. It's all part of the job. Not the part I like doing, but it's a part that I do. And when I have too much to do, it's a part that more than one of us do. Because like I said, my daughter works with me. But you need to be able to encompass everything that this job entails and be able to do it well. Doing your own demo is something that you really should maybe only save for when you're starting out, and then having someone else do it for you. I don't mean going on a freelance site and having somebody there do it for you either, because that can be a serious mess up as well. They're not used to what you need. There are certain things in a demo that you need to have, certain criteria that it needs to flow, and a certain level of quality that just won't be there if you're going to do it from a freelance site. I'm sorry. You need to have somebody who has a studio, who is going to produce it, and yes, it is going to cost you a pretty penny. But then again, your coaches, going back to that, can also help you and direct you with that. A lot of them will also help you create a demo at the end, which is amazing. And it's very lovely of them to do that. They're taking their time. They've taken their time to help you learn your craft. Now they're going to take some time to help you do the key marketing tool that you're going to need to market yourself to the world. So that's how you have to think of your demo. Saving up and spending that money and doing it in studio and doing it with somebody who knows what they're doing makes a world of difference. Yes, it does not show the quality of what you yourself are capable of producing, but it does show the quality of voiceover that you are able to produce. It's not going to sound like you're in a tin can. It's not going to have the blips and bloops that something you might produce might have. And I'm not saying everyone out there is terrible at it. I'm just saying that there's a certain quality, I guess, for lack of a better word, that a professional who's done this day in, day out, and knows what they're doing, who is an actual accredited audio engineer, they have so much more to bring to the table to creating and making your voice stand out the best that it can be, because that's their job, is to create an overall demo that amplifies your voice. It makes you shine. You're delivering the lines, you're doing it. They're accentuating the positive of what you're bringing to the table, I guess is a better way of putting it. So having a professionally done demo, yes, that is definitely key. I'm sorry, but it is. So save your pennies for a rainy day in a jar for your demo, because that's what you're going to need. You're going to need a professional one by the end of it. As you're starting out, yes, make your own and do them up, but make sure they sound good. If it doesn't sound good, if you're doing it on a computer microphone, it's not good enough. If you're doing it from maybe Audacity and you're not adding any filters, you're not doing any of the other stuff, it's just not going to be good enough. You need to learn your software. You need to know what you're doing in mastering. If you don't, please don't attempt it, because it is not going to do you any favors whatsoever. And we'll have a different series later on demos. Who does them, where does them, who does them, where does them? Well, anyway, we'll have a longer chat on demos later. Agents. Do you need them? Yes and no. Agents are great, actually. You can market yourself in the beginning. Yes, you have a website. That is something you maintain. Email marketing, different ways you can do it. But an agent is there to help you find those connections that you're not able to usually get on your own. And hey, if you do get them, that's wonderful, but agents know everyone in the business. They know the inroads. They know this person's hiring, that person's hiring. They're going to farm you out to the people in the know who are hiring. If you tell your agent, hey, I want to work for Disney. Like for me, I tell my agent, my top two to work for, Disney and Funimation. If those two ever call, I will be on the next plane out of here. Gone. Political things aside, sorry, if they call, I'm gone. If I can get back here, too bad, I'm working there. But your agent has to know your wish list of where are you going in your career? Where do you want to go? And they'll also be able to steer you in the right direction on how to get there. And they can look for those connections as well. Now, on the flip side, if they're not doing the work for you, it might be time to find another agent. Don't just stick with one and say, oh, I got an agent now. I got a demo. They've accepted my demo. They've accepted me. And they're farming it to their people who are hiring. And I'm going to get a job and I'm going to make millions. It doesn't happen that way. Sorry, sweetie. No. Your agent is there to help promote you. Yes. They are another tool in your arsenal for voiceover that can help you get jobs, that can help you get noticed in the industry. Yes, very much so. And yes, they take a cut of your of what you produce. However, they're doing the legwork. They're doing what needs to be done to get you marketed. You might be sleeping. They might be working if they're in a different time zone. Don't just have one. Have a few. One in LA, one in New York, one in London, one in Dubai, wherever you want to be heard. You need to have talent agencies there who are representing you, who are going to market you. And you need to be on the flip side of that, doing your own marketing. That's right. You don't rely just on your agent. It's your agent and you. You are like this to market you and your brand. That is what needs to be done. And back to them taking a cut, 20, 25% of your cut. They have different rates. Some take more, some take less. Even if you're working on those freelance sites, they take a cut too. And they can take up to 25, 35% cuts. That's right. So that's a big chunk of money. But they're also promoting you on their website, right? So there you go. More on that at another time. But anyway, um, voiceover really, I guess it isn't complicated work, and everybody thinks, oh, you're just reading. But it is very, 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 very hard work. And if you don't have the confidence in yourself, um, your agent or applying to agents, they're going to see that. The clients are going to see that. It's going to come across in your delivery. So not only do you have to have faith in yourself and a passion for the industry, know how to market yourself, know how to deliver a line, know how to mark up a script, know how to look after yourself, um, be a demo creating person, learn the software. You have to be able to manage it, not have somebody else in a booth unless you're set up like that. Maybe that's your studio setup. You have a bunch of you together. That's lovely. But starting out in voiceover, you're not going to have the income to be paying people to be doing those jobs. Not unless you've got a fantabulous grant from your government to do a small business startup or something like that, which would be an idea, but not one that will be very easy of a road to travel, because a lot of people don't even know what voiceover is. A lot of it, I find, is educating people. Voiceover, what's that? Oh, well, I do character voices for video games, animations. Oh, you voice for cartoons? Oh, come on, we gotta get you out of the kiddie world. Excuse me? Excuse me? That's when I get my little anime fan back up, that anime is not just for kids. Yeah. Anyway, but you still gotta be polite about it, of course. But, just explaining to people, well, think about it. If everything you hear on the radio, your e-learning course, your doctor's office saying, your voiceover? What do you mean voiceover? Well, the training you did in med school? Yeah. The audiobooks that you listen to your textbooks by audio? Yeah. There was a voiceover artist that did that for you. They got paid to do that. Then it starts to click in, and people start to think of all the things they're hearing. The voice in the elevator. That doesn't just magically happen. There's not just a talking robot up there. There's robots I've voiced. I'm absolutely stoked on this one. There's robots that I've voiced, and there's kids playing with little toy robots who have my little toy robot voice. There's elevators. There are hotels that have voice activated systems. There's a voiceover artist who's done all of that. There's all these things you have to think of when you're coming into the field, of the directions you want to go. So think of those kind of neat things that you want to do. Visualize, where do you want to be in this big old world of voiceover? And how do you want to be perceived by the world? How do you want to, how do you want to work your passion for this into your voiceover business? Because if you don't have that passion and drive and the confidence in yourself to enjoy what you're doing, is like the main thing you need to have. So think about it. Is your passion in doing audiobooks for kids, like I like to do? Is it video games, doing those big voices and little tiny voices and everything you want to do? Or maybe you like doing accents. Maybe you like just strictly doing commercials. You're a commercial kind of person. You like doing the Ford commercials, you like doing the Mazda, the whatever. Yeah, there's a lot of work out there for people who are doing that. But you're up against a lot of competition. So you have to have a lot of faith in yourself and a lot of determination to get where you want to go. I guess I'm not trying to really discourage anyone into getting into voiceover, as much as I'm trying to open your eyes to say, this is what this job encompasses. This is what you need to do to be successful. You want to make that 6-figure income? Okay. First, start off visualizing at the beginning of the year, like now, not a resolution. Visualize. Where do I want to be in 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 6 years in this industry? What do I want to be doing? Myself? I know where I want to be. I know what I want to be doing. I have my goals set for this year and how much I'm making. First quarter, second quarter, end of the year. I want to know what my income is going to be. And that is a goal for me. I am setting that goal so that I have that drive. I know how much I have to make every day. I know how much I have to make every month. I have bills to pay. I have, like I said, a daughter in university. I have university to pay for. There are so many things that need to be looked after. Health insurance, for me, that's a big one. Because this job is not easy, let me tell you, when you have a rare condition to deal with on top of everything else. We all have problems that we have to face, and we have to think of encompass everything your life might have to throw at you in that year and still come out on top and be positive about it. Let me tell you, I've been through hell and back multiple times. And the last part of 2017 for me was, it just, bleh, yeah, awful, health-wise. But work-wise, I am so blessed to have amazing clients to work with. And I met some really nice new clients the last couple of months as well. And I am thankful for each and every one, each and every day. I am thankful for the actors that I get to work with. Corey, Earl, Bob, Andrew, Alicia, James, everyone is, John. All of you are amazing. And I think the more that as voice actors we support each other and we are here for each other, like in doing these videos with you guys, coming together as a community, sharing our knowledge, sharing everything that we're doing is going to make this industry better. And going forward, I think we're going to need that because let's face it, there's enough dreariness in this world. We need to bring some more positive and education to the newbies coming up, I think. And I know there's a lot that don't want to educate them, and that's okay. I myself, I'm not looking to coach. I'm just looking to share experiences. You know, if somebody just wants to come in and rant about an awful client, well, hey, somebody else might have some direction to say, okay, well, yeah, that client was terrible, but, you know, you need to look at it this way, and giving them maybe a new lease on it, which makes them a better business person and a better artist at the same time. There you go. Just some ideas. I've been kicking this around, just some things I want to do with this series of videos. The other thing is the Ubuntu video series that I am producing here on YouTube. Let you know about that, I guess. What I'm doing is giving MS the kick, heave ho, gotta go, and it may be sooner. I was going to try the whole year. It may, given all the troubles I've had in the last 2 days with it, Windows may be going quicker than I thought. But I will show you all about Ubuntu, and we're going to look at different things we can do. And can somebody who is on a Linux system actually do voiceover? Now, you'll find that there's some places, people, studios, who might have some bias as to what software you're using, right down to the right brand of microphone that you're using. And I've come across it in many a studio and many a producer, which is fine. The way I look at it is, if I don't have the equipment that they want, I'm not going out to buy it. Unless, of course, it's Disney or Funimation, then yeah, I'll do whatever. You know, Blizzard Entertainment, yeah, I'll do whatever. But lost my train of thought on that completely now. But anyway, you get what I mean. Like, you have to basically look at it and say, I might not be there at that level yet, or I might not like that type of microphone. Maybe it doesn't suit your voice. Different microphones do go together with different voices. I like Shure microphones. I like Focusrite, and I like Audio Technica. I do like the Neumann as well. They are very good microphones. Rode is another one, but I haven't had an opportunity to look at that one. But some suit my voice, some don't. So it's all up to what works best with you, and you have to be able to figure things like that out, or have the people around to help you figure those things out. And I think that some of the studios have to realize there's different ways of doing things. Maybe they're stuck in doing, working with these professional $15,000 systems, which is great, absolutely wonderful. But they have to realize if they want to work with somebody who's working out of a home studio, they're not going to have a $25,000 microphone, or audio setup or whatever it is. It's not really lowering the expectations or the standards. It's more, I guess maybe working cooperatively. I don't know what you'd call it. But anyway, don't know really where I was going with that, as much as just basically realizing that everybody is doing different things at different levels, and we're all working together to basically get the product out to the end client, the customer in the end, and making them engaged and enwrapped in what we're doing. Some tips and tricks that I have found are some things that we're going to go through this. I would love it if you want to join me and maybe put out your tips and tricks. If you are a coach and you do coaching, love for you to join me here on some live streams as well. Maybe do some interviews, things like that. We're going to see what we can set up. Different things, yeah, different things like that. Love to know your experiences as a new up-and-coming artist. Also love to know if you've got the great experience out there. Let's share it with everyone out there and help them make the incomes and go through the experiences that we've done, maybe a little smoother, to make things a little easier in the transition. I think there's a big change coming in the voiceover industry. There really is. But there's a big change going on everywhere, as we can tell. And the more we pull together as people in every aspect, not only just voiceover, but everything else in the world as well, I think the better off we'll all be. So why not have voiceover artists unite? And I think VO United is a great thing to do. In teaching, in coming together and doing charity events, like Scully for Coffee, love them. But anyway, just different things that we can do together to help make this whole voiceover experience and keep each other going every day. Motivation. My motivation for you today is I would like you to come up with where you're going in 2018. How much do you want to make by the end of the year? How much do you want to make by the summer? Give yourself a 6-month plan. 6 months from now, what do you want to see on your books? Do you even make books? There's a question. Do you have daily books that you keep? Do you have monthly books that you keep? That's something you need to do. You need an accountant, or you need to be the accountant. There's another hat for you. There's a lot of things you need to do to be in this industry. It's not just as much of hobnobbing, it's a lot of hats, a lot of juggling and doing everything. So if you think you are up for the challenge, then I want you to join me in 2018 on all of these live streams, and we will keep you up, keep you motivated, keep you going to where you need to go, because I have faith in you. I think you can make it. I think we all can make it. There's enough out there that all of us can do some voiceover magic and make the VO magic happen. But I want to make sure that you're going to do the work and you are going to stay motivated, because let me tell you, I've hired some people off of some of those freelance sites. There is nothing more frustrating for someone who's doing the hiring to go hire a voice actor on one of those places and then find out that voice actor is not available or they're not there. either a week, 2 weeks, a month down the line, they're no longer doing this. There is nothing, absolutely nothing more frustrating, because then we have to recast the whole thing, and that really is not where you want to be. So for both flips of the coin, yeah, I can come from both sides of it. And let me tell you, if you have the dedication, do it. If you think you're just going to dabble in it and see if you like it or not, don't. Do not start it. You're going to give the rest of us a bad name. Stay out of it. Go find something else that you would love to do. Go get a part-time job at the local retail outlet. Something other than voiceover. Don't just start it on a whim and think you're going to be the next great thing, because you may or you may not. I'm sorry. There's a long road to go here, and a long journey to take before you can be an absolutely wonderful voiceover artist. And there's a lot in here, there's a lot in here, and of course, it's your vocals and your training as well. So stay tuned this year in 2018. We're going to keep you up, we're going to keep you motivated, because those of you who are going to join me, you're going to do this and you're going to stick with it, not just fade out later on. Don't think you're going to give it 6 months try or whatever. No. You're in this for the long haul. You are going to be a voiceover artist, and you're going to be a voiceover artist till the end. Then stick with me here. We will keep you up and keep you motivated and keep you going. Okay? That's just it. I don't know what else to tell you. You can do it. So start with your motivations. See where your goals are. We'll meet you in the next one, in the next live stream, and we'll see where we can go. In 2018, we'll make it happen together. Like I said, you got some tips and tricks. You can message me in the boxes down there below. Let me know you want to be on the live streams or you want to join in. Feel free, let me know. Contact me by email. My website's up here as well. Contact us there. More than happy to have you join us here on the live streams and share your experiences, your coaching, your programs, whatever you might have out there for everyone out there who's trying to do this voiceover thing and make some VO magic happen. That's our goal. All right, everyone, get those goals. Let me know in the next stream what they are. Talk to you later, everyone.